The reason Putin has 150,000 troops, 500 tanks, equal number of aircraft, 40 naval battleships of one form or another in the Crimea, and all the rest of it is because he knows Ukraine is not armed to defeat Russia. That Ukraine is a relatively new country since the collapse of the Soviet Union. It was a country long before that, but I'm saying in modern times. So it doesn't have a military capacity that Russia has. And successive presidents, right up to and including Obama, would not give them or sell to them the kind of weaponry they need to defend themselves. And of course, I've talked multiple times about the 1994 nuclear pact with Ukraine, Russia, Britain, and the United States. And I'm sure Ukraine wishes it never did that, because now they don't have a really effective deterrence. What do you do if you're these countries that are much smaller and outnumbered once you're attacked? I was thinking about Taiwan in particular. Oh, I know I'm just sitting here thinking it through, but the neo-frauds claim that they're just worried about the best interests of the United States, yet never ever criticize Putin. Have you noticed that? They don't criticize Putin. They like Putin. There's something about autocracy that's in their blood. I don't know what it is. Now, if I were the president of Taiwan, I would attack the closest major city on the Chinese mainland, rather than sit there and have my country bombarded and bombarded and bombarded with massive death tolls. I mean, Taiwan is 26 or so million people. It's an advanced, small country. It's a country every bit as legitimate as communist China, the mainland China, is a country. It effectively, for all intents and purposes, was formed at the same time. Ukraine has not always been an appendage of Russia. So why is it an appendage of Russia today? Well, Russia feels threatened. Well, we feel threatened from Mexico. Does that mean we attack Mexico and take over Mexico? Or how about that clown in Ottawa, in Canada? The world's newest Marxist and totalitarian, Justin Trudeau. So Taiwan should prepare, in my view, not just for defensive attack, but for an all-out attack on a major communist Chinese city, because that's what they're going to get in Taiwan. And if communist China and the people of China don't feel any kind of response, everybody are just lookers on, like there's some kind of a car accident in Taiwan, then the result in Taiwan will be devastating. You might say, well, that'll really piss off the communist Chinese. Doesn't matter. They're already in the attack mode. It's a little tougher for Ukraine. I was looking at a map. Moscow is not close. It's about 700 miles away. I doubt they have a missile system that can reach Moscow. But there are other towns and cities that they can attack. But again, the problem there is most of this is land. Not all of it, but most of it. And they have all but surrounded Ukraine, except for the part of Ukraine on the west side that borders a number of NATO countries. But you have to learn from these little countries. They strike out and they attack their enemies, even when they're outnumbered. I'm talking about Israel in particular. This is something that ought to be thought about, and probably is, I hope. Not just waiting for Putin to decide when he will slaughter tens of thousands of Ukrainians. This is something the Russians do every century or so. 1932, they starved to death up to 10 million Ukrainians. What is it any of our business? God, let's hope our allies don't think that about the United States. What is it any of our business? The level of stupidity is really quite remarkable. Then if you mention it, this could escalate to a nuclear war with Russia. No, it won't. What's with this Gabbard they keep bringing on, Mr. Badu? Have you noticed that? This former Democrat candidate, the Democrat member of Congress, I guess no longer or soon not to be, is she an expert on this stuff? She's no more of an expert than I am. Did she fight? Well, she was in the military. I wasn't. But so what? This isn't Canada. I get the comment too. But some people who've served in the military are dead wrong. Or utterly misinformed. I was watching another one of these colonels they run. They're very cherry-picked colonels. Who said we have to respect the fact that Russia has an area of influence too. Ukraine is an ally. We convinced them to give up their nuclear weapons. We're supposed to respect a Russian invasion of Ukraine. Respect it. Not just accept it, respect it. What kind of people are being brought on television and radio? It's bizarre. It's idiotic. We shall see. Today is Wednesday. The attack did not occur on Wednesday. At least not yet.